Hey gamers, welcome back to Creative Gamers. Today we're testing one of the biggest and most legendary PlayStation 3 titles of all time, God of War 3, running on the brand new aPS3e 1.30 update. This update literally dropped right after version 1.29, and it promises some improvements. So we're going to set everything up together, test the demo first, then move into the full 35 GB version of the game. I'll also show you the best settings for performance. So let's get started. Now, let's go through the emulator setup. Once you open the app, tap Next Step. The first thing it will ask for is the PS3 firmware file. Select Install Firmware and add it from your phone storage. Next, it will ask you to set a PS3 ISO directory. You can set it, or just skip if you want to add games later. After that, it will ask for a font file. Simply choose the option From Firmware, and it will load automatically. Finally, you'll be asked about GPU drivers. If you're on a Snapdragon device, you can add a custom GPU driver. If not, just uncheck the Use Custom Driver option. And that's it. Quick setup complete, and you'll land on the home page. Next, let's optimize the settings. Start by going into Core Settings. Set PPU threads to 8, and leave Max LLVM compile threads at 8 as well. This makes sure the emulator can use multiple CPU threads efficiently without pushing your device too hard. Now move over to Video Settings. Set the resolution to 720 by 480. This resolution is light on performance and keeps games running smoother. Change shader precision to low for better speed. After that, turn on right color buffers. It's not needed in every game, but it can help fix some minor visual glitches. Then enable stretch to display REA so your games run full screen instead of leaving black bars. Now scroll to the last and open Vulkan section. Select your Adreno GPU as the adapter, set VRAM to around 6 GB, and make sure to enable Force Max clocks for more consistent performance during gameplay. Lastly, head into Performance Overlay Settings. Enable it and set the detail level to low. This won't improve performance, but it gives you a quick way to check your FPS while gaming. With these tweaks, your emulator will be set up for smoother and more stable gameplay. Now let's add the game. Open the menu, click Add Game File, and select your God of War 3 demo file. If your game doesn't show up right away, just refresh the list and it should appear. Now, here's an important tip. Always test the demo version first. If your device can handle the demo, chances are it can handle the full version. So, I tried running the God of War 3 demo on my Snapdragon 8 Gen 2. On the very first boot, don't worry if it takes forever. That's because the emulator is compiling PPU modules. If the game crashes the first time, just restart it, and usually it'll load fine. When the demo finally started, I got around 5 FPS in the intro scenes. That's extremely low and basically unplayable. On the start screen, it went up slightly to around 10 FPS, but gameplay was still full of stutters and slowdowns. Now, people with Snapdragon 8 Elite have reported getting 10 plus FPS in the same demo, which is way smoother. So, performance really depends on how powerful your chip is. Next, I tested the full God of War 3 game, which is about 35 GB in size. When you boot it for the first time, it again has to compile all the PPU shaders, so just be patient. Once inside the home screen, I got around 15 FPS. In cutscenes, it actually looked better at around 25 FPS, but as soon as real gameplay started, performance dropped back down to between 2 and 5 FPS on Snapdragon 8 Gen 2. There weren't any major graphical glitches, which is a good sign, but the game was just too slow to be considered playable. On Snapdragon 8 Elite, the results were a bit better, around 10 to 15 FPS in actual gameplay, which feels much smoother, but still not perfect. So here's the honest verdict. On aPS3e 1.30, God of War 3 technically runs, but on most devices it's far from playable. Unless you have a Snapdragon 8 Elite or a very high-end processor, you'll struggle with low FPS and constant stutters. If you really want to try God of War 3 on a mid-range device, you might actually get better results using the RPCSX Android port, because for this particular game, RPCSX seems to handle performance slightly better than aPS3e right now. If you found this video helpful, make sure to drop a like, subscribe for more emulator updates, and let me know in the comments which game you want me to test next on aPS3e. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.